Hello and welcome to Dog Day Chess. In this episode we're going to look at the G2 and G7 focal points. When the white king is castled kingside, G2 can be a focal point, a critical point of attack. Similarly, when the black king is castled kingside, G7 can be a focal point. And in this episode we're going to look specifically at how a bishop can combine with a major piece to attack that focal point. So in this game I'm playing black, and I move my rook over to the g file. White responded by attacking my rook, and I just stepped down and counterattacked the bishop while keeping the pressure on g2. So now the bishop has to move away or be captured. So now I bring my bishop out down to h3. And this pawn cannot capture the bishop because it's pinned to the king by the rook. So at this point, white is either going to lose the pawn or lose the exchange. In the game, he lost the pawn because he moved the bishop back down and I was able to capture the pawn. Alternatively, he could have pushed the pawn up and that would have allowed me to win the exchange. In this game, it's my queen that's attacking g2. So again, I bring my bishop to h3. And it's safe because the pawn can't capture, it's pinned. So if white tries to save the rook, for example, by bringing it out of the line of attack of the bishop, then my queen comes down with checkmate. So that won't work. So really all white can do to prevent the checkmate is push his pawn. And now I'm guaranteed to win the exchange. Sometimes it's possible to defend an attack on g2. Again, in this game, the queen is bearing down on the g2 and the bishop is ready to go to h3. So when the bishop does go to h3, what happened in this game was a mistake. White tried to defend by pushing the pawn, which normally would lose the exchange. In this game, it actually resulted in a checkmate. But if we go back, what white should have done was bring the bishop here to g3, blocking the queen's threat on g2, effectively unpinning the g2 pawn. And now it's the black bishop that's in danger. Here's another example of how you can defend g2. In this game I'm playing white, and again the queen is bearing down on g2 and the bishop is ready to go to h3. And it does go to h3. But from here I can bring my knight to e1, defending g2. And so for the moment the threat is averted. So as always, I hope you learned something from this episode, and thanks for watching.